Hello there, fellow handymen. Rhad here. Thank you for tuning in to Vintage Story Primitive Survival. Episode 22, Rhad the Roofer and Well Digger. So, shingles make for the sort of stair patterns that we're going to want. So maybe what we'll do is make 4 corners. Oh, that makes 8. Okay, stop. I'm already failing at this. Let's make some ramp scaffolding. Perhaps I should overhang, though. Because that would look the most right, especially given that it's rainy as hell where I live. Meaning we would have a corner there. So, what I will say is this will look super wrong until it's done. Oh, I already looked super wrong. It will look super wrong until it's done because of all the scaffolding required. But once it's done, it should look decent, I hope. Or rather, I'll put it this way. I will keep reiterating or iterating improvements until it looks decent. Can you just rotate, please? I'm so bad at this. It'd be great if you just cooperated. There we go. This also means that, like, my roof is going to be larger than I anticipated. It's fine. So, got the roof. The distance between this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. By 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's not a perfect square. So I'll need like 28 edge pieces or something. And yeah, I'm gonna need more shingles. That's okay. It's a lengthier project. I mean, I already had known going into it was gonna be a lengthier project. And then I will, of course, incorporate like the hole in the middle for the axle. And then something that looks like support beams. Oh yeah, I miscounted anyway. That was weird. Didn't take it. Oh no, I have this one right. Made extra though. Sure, I'll use more. So we have the perimeter up. I think what I'll do is I will dig away the scaffolding and then like layer up new scaffolding rather than have a lot more rather than have to I already have a shovel. Rather than having to make a lot more earth. Rammed earth. I like how you're all doing the math for this. As if I'm like a toddler that doesn't know how to count. I appreciate it. It's very infantilizing. So, thank you. And also, might I add, how a lot of you just got the math wrong was also hilarious. As if I was filling the entire area. Well, I guess if you didn't know how I was going to build it, it's hard to do the math, to be fair. Because, like, if you thought it was... Yeah. Because I might not even go with a full square. It might be sloped to one side, you know? There's a bunch of different ways to work this out. Now, the big question is, and I think the answer will be wood, and if you're wondering what the question will be, what will the fill be? I'm not planning on having shingles be the fill in the inside. I'm having it be wood, I think. And the reason for that is, like, one, cost, because, like, the amount of shingles it would take to fill the entire volume would be kind of absurd, but two, like, realistically, you wouldn't want that heavy of a roof anyway. Because, like, full shingles for the full volume would be incredibly... It weigh a lot, like a ton. and you wouldn't want that hovering above your head. No, I don't mind. But if you want to help with the math, that's cool. I'm just teasing you guys. This is funny that there were so many people that came to my aid. So I think I want 4 cobblestones in the 4 corners there, and then the rest of the fill will be wood. And I'll probably use walnut. So that walnut tree I identified before, I'll probably make wood blocks or half blocks into them. So it looks correct. But you wanted a smithy. We are definitely building a smithy. I like it. Can I place this like this? Oh, I can. Huzzah! Okay, this is about as far as I can get until I have more shingles. Sorta. And obviously the rammed earth... Oh, shoot. The rammed earth is a placeholder. Oh my god. Don't worry, I hate me too. When you're like, how could you misclick? Yeah, I'm thinking the same thing. I may end up having... I'm not really sure how I want to go about finishing the center, though. Because I want, like, there to be a proper chimney. That is rainproof. I'll have to think about that. But, yeah, it's a pretty good start for a roof, given the amount of shingles I made. Oh, shush. You're fine. Well, that's good enough for me for now. So we'll need more shingles for the corners. But there's definitely some dry spots in here, right? Like if I put the forge here and the anvil there, it's got, you know, anvil there or something. It's got coverage, roof coverage, so it won't get extinguished. That was kind of the whole point. So yeah, it's in process, but I like the look. And then of course we have shingle coverage for the pit kiln area too. So that's super awesome. And I might line, it will absolutely line it with rammed earth rather than the packed dirt. It looks more attractive. And I'll give it a whole perimeter of rammed. I'll do that now. Cool. I approve. It's not done, but I approve. Hope you do too. Okay. We're finally at a point where I'm going to fire up some more shingles, and then you guys can decide on the next focus. So if you want me to dig up the high fertility soil that I found and like expand the farm, you can vote for 1. If you want me to make a bow, perhaps, out of the pelts I have and arrows, like bronze arrows, you can vote for 2. If you want me to start working towards iron and the Iron Age for pit kilns and the like, you can vote for 3, plus the backpacks. I think I should probably make the backpacks regardless of what I do, to be honest. But, you know, so on and so forth. So, have at it. And while you vote, for the next 5 minutes, I'm going to get clay forming. Now, keep in mind, I still don't have the I still don't have the materials I need for full-on leatherworking. Whether you want to vote for that or not, it's up to you. Let's get an oak in our own backyard. I am going to need more clay. And then I see that digging a well is a popular option. So it's actually might change what I fire up here in my pit kilns. So for those that don't know, the well mechanic, you can use your pick to start a wellspring. It's like an alternative mode for your pick. So if you right click or you hit F with your pick, you can dig a wellspring. And the quality of the wellspring that you dig depends on the prospected aquifer amount, which all of my aquifers are like light freshwater around me. I would try to find the best spot. And then when you dig the well, your well can only go down so deep. And if you have bricks, you can go down to 7 deep. And if you have ashlar, you can go down to 10. Now, I'm probably going to do a brick well. The reason I mention this is I'm about to make clay forms, so I might make clay bricks as a result, so that I can make a clay brick well. And you can have salty, poisoned well water. I don't know why you would want poisoned well water, but poisoned well water, tainted well water, if you put corpses in your well water, or just fresh well water. So we're obviously not going to want to contaminate it. Now, ashlar, ashlar blocks is I could consider ashlar blocks actually. If I got a chisel, that would not be inconceivable. So polished blocks it would use up a lot of chiseling, but if I find a good aquifer for it, that might be a decent reason to make a chisel. So I'll consider it. Yeah, see that oak in 150 years? Exactly, right. Luckily, it's Vintage Story. Things grow a little bit faster than that, but not that much faster. I think fruit trees grow real slow compared to, like, regular trees. It's actually surprising how slow fruit trees are in the game compared to regular. Probably enough clay. So I'll do a 48 stack of shingles, and then the rest will be clay bricks? Ooh, I don't know. I'll have you guys decide. So obviously I'm going to be making a well. Should my well be clay brick or ashlar? And the difference here is the deeper the well, the more likely it is I'm to get a better aquifer start. But it's not to say that I will definitely get a better aquifer start if it's like 10 deep versus 7 deep. And then on top of that, the amount of water that can fill up, the deeper the well is greater. So a well that is 10 deep has more room for more water. With that said, and this part is important, I should have probably finished explaining this before I finished. So I'm going to retract the poll because it might change. The way it works is the depth of your well is the total volume it can hold. But the quality of the aquifer is the fill rate. So with that in mind... Oh, shoot. I left the awful to rot. With that in mind, and the reason I mention this is if I might need to make multiple shallow wells for well water rather than to make one deep well. Because the fill rate ultimately is how much water I get out of it, not the depth. The depth is the total volume. So just keep that in mind now that you're voting. It's not to say that one ashlar is not worth it. It just I might need multiple ashlar 10 deep wells. So it might not be the shortcut you think it is. It's up to you. I really don't have a dog in this fight. I just wanted to mention that if it was a determining factor. No, I didn't mean to make a crock. What a funny misclick. The reason I haven't used crocs yet is like I eat my food faster than it spoils. I don't have an abundance of food. Normally crocs allow you to keep food stored, especially if it's sealed crocs, but keep food stored for a very, very, very long time. If you take fat or beeswax and you seal it in a crock. So it's a way to like store meals long term. I don't have enough food to even warrant long-term food storage because all my food is going to be eaten the next 3 days. So forget 300 days from now, you know? With that in mind, I typically, while I play, I never really store things in crocs that long because, like, I'm not trying to food prep for next year. That's, like, way out of scope for how I play. For better or for worse. Alright, so there's the shingle blocks. And it looks like clay bricks is going to be the answer. The other thing I could have done is, if you had voted Ashlar... That was weird. What was that noise? I heard, like, walking and wood noises, but I don't know. If you had voted Ashlar, I could have made, fire clay bricks instead of, red clay. But, I can make red clay. And for some reason, I forgot how to make clay bricks real quick. That was dumb. In a pit kiln, we can do 12 clay bricks at a time. Okay. Perfect. So there's my next 3 firings. I probably want more clay bricks than this. But this is a good start. The sound design is, yeah, I would agree. There's a lot of, like, sound indicators in the game that are just, like, they're just spot on. It allows you to know what's going on. It's impactful. It's subtle. There's not a lot. There's a lot of games that could use better sound design. I'll put it that way. Something that doesn't get as much of attention as it probably needs in some of the games I've played. If I'm noticing that you have bad, like, maybe a better way to put it is I don't have high standards for, like, good sound design unless it's really needed for the game. So, like, one of the games I play in my free time is Warhammer Darktide, and audio cues in that game are vitally important because you need to know the directions you're being attacked. The game is kind of like Left 4 Dead. And imagine playing Left 4 Dead without being able to hear audio cues of, like, you know, ambushes and the like. It'd be horrible. You know, it would be, I would maybe even go so far as to say unplayable, which is why the games like that don't have hard of hearing mode are just impossible to play. And why a lot of players will still play with, like, you know, hard of hearing mode enabled even if they have hearing, because being able to be told in text that an ambush is coming is even more useful. But like all of the bees that I found and just the running water, like I found the iron because I heard running water and I was like, oh, well, running water means a cave. And then I explored and found the iron instead. That was pretty cool. Yeah, the audio in this game is great. All right. So the bricks are doing their bricky stuff. We got charcoal doing its charcoaly stuff. And at this point, if I want a well, I think I am going to prefer a well of convenience over a well of high yield. So if you're wondering what I mean by that, I want my water close to where I'm going to use it, rather than like the best possible aquifer around. So I'm going to be digging wells where my food is and where my kitchen will be. Hell be the consequences, instead of like going meta. And I'll start that in a moment. And it's pretty simple. So I think I'm likely to have a kitchen near here. Near where I am right here. So that I can take advantage of the mechanical power that we're likely to have in the smithy. Meaning I'm going to want a well, like, somewhere around here. I think what I'm going to do is get rid of my fishing weirs here. I haven't been using them. I've just been killing fish. Letting them rot. And there's better places for the weirs anyway. I might move them to a better spot. Like I could put them here. Off the smithy. Hey, Quantum. Thank you for the cheer, and Happy New Year to you, too. I suppose I should probably be collecting rot for composting reasons at some point. Sure, just stick my rot in there. This was boiled, right? Yeah. Alright. So, let's try to build a well right here. And see how that works out. So, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is how deep I can have it. And what I'm going to do is prospect right here for a density search, because this tile here is going to have to be replaced by brick anyway. Why'd it give me... Oh, right. No, I can't do a density search here. Okay, instead, I'm going to start replacing the walls. And I'm just going to build the well here anyway, regardless of how it comes out. So, I'm going to excavate all of the soil around the well so that all the well walls can become clay brick walls rather than dirt and stone walls, because you can't have wells this deep that are not clay brick walls. Smoke is something I have to manage, yes. If I don't manage the smoke, it can fill a room and suffocate me. And then also burn out all of the other sources of fire in the room, too. Alright, so now that we have the excavation, we know... We can see the scope of what I have to replace with clay brick in order to make this a well. And then right-click here, or F, dig well spring. Right like that. And that will allow filtered water to seep through from nearby waters or aquifers. So if I open up the prospecting here, this has a light freshwater aquifer detected in this area. So this will produce light freshwater, like a small amount of freshwater, in other words. And the idea here is that I just have multiple wells so that I don't rely on like a high volume source. And the way to finish this off is to then line it with bricks. I just needed to dig my way out. So, we're going to be making red clay bricks. Seriously? Brick? Like red bricks into large red bricks. Running bond doesn't really matter. And that's mortar. And the problem with the mortar is, and I just realized we would need lime. Well, that gives me a goal, I guess. We gotta find lime. Right? I don't think there's another way to make bricks without it. In a way, ashlar might even be easier. So maybe what I'll do is ask you again, should I go find lime for the bricks and leather? If not, I'll make it out of ashlar. I should have thought of that ahead of time. I can still have use for the red bricks, even if I do ashlar. Like, I can build with it. I could put red bricks up there or something, or red bricks on the ground, or red bricks in the kitchen. There's a lot of other uses for red brick. Yeah, we have a lot of plants that are like nearing halfway mark. That's good. Stuff is spoiling quick. Maybe I'll do 2 and 2 and 2. That'd be weird, but I'm for it. Sure. That's a meal. So mortar, if you're wondering. Mortar is made by having slaked lime. Slaked lime is water plus lime in a barrel. Or water plus quick lime, which is lime that has been, like, burnt. Or heated. Burnt is probably the wrong term. On top of that, if I'm going to go on a quest for lime... Find lime for leather and bricks. Brick mortar. What I'm going to want to do is probably use the pelts to make myself better backpacks. So that's what I'm going to do right now. Just for the storage space. Because if we're going to be traveling a far distance, I'm going to want some storage space. So the pelts here. A pelt medium. Can be turned into a hunter backpack by getting papyrus and a pelt in the middle. And this is a 4 slot rather than a 3 slot. Doesn't sound like much, but it will give me 4 extra slots, which is kind of nice. Which means I need papyrus. Which I do not have at the moment. And also, I'm probably going to want to potentially... make some bronze tools so that I'm not constantly breaking flint tools. Just because I think I'll be safer out there with some bronze tools. Wow, I have so many acacia seeds. So we got a little bit of papyrus here, and the hunter... So the other things you can make with the pelt, I should probably point out before I start using them. So you can make clothing out of them and a longbow. And a longbow would be a good use for the pelts as well. If I had, like, you know, making a long bow stave with the pelts. I think I'll find... I mean, I can obviously source other pelts. So that's why, one, I'm only going to make 4 backpacks, and then the 5th pelt could potentially become a longbow. So having 5 pelts is, like, kind of perfect in that way. But for this trip, I'm probably not going to bother with with longbow ranged weapons. Because I'm not hunting. That's not the purpose. I'm looking for lime. And yeah, I'm gonna want to bring a bowl of meals, like a bowl, and then like probably a crock pot full of food. You know, it's gonna be a trip. Gonna want fresh water because I don't know how far I'm gonna have to travel. But what I do know is I haven't found it yet. And if I haven't found it yet, it means I'm gonna have to do some trekking to find what I'm looking for. Oh shoot, forgot about that. The physical stuff in your backpack gets like deleted when you swap it like that. Or not deleted, it stays within the storage, but you have to make whatever. Never mind. Okay. Go find some more papyrus. Which is maybe not a great nighttime activity, but whatever. How soon until that torch burns out? Basically, how long until I accidentally quench it? Do you know what stone biome of the area across the way is? I think it's still andesite. It's possible that I can prospect for borax too. Ultimately, if I want a borax anvil, or if I want an iron anvil, I'm going to need borax. Because the only way to make an iron anvil is to have powdered borax. So, even if I do find lime, borax is a must. And borax is kind of annoying to find. You can pro pick for it, but borax typically forms as like small discs. Like, by small, I mean like 8x8 or whatever. Discs that are usually like under lakes, like under lake soil. So unless you want to like hold your breath and like dig around in lakes for a long time, like finding borax naturally is like kind of difficult. I'm not gonna lie. Which is why I wasn't eager to, you know, I mean, I will at some point get the borax I need, but it's gonna be obnoxious. I'll just no mince in those words. Unless I get lucky. I mean, who knows? I found iron, luckily. Maybe I'll find borax, luckily. There's possibility that I just miraculously happened upon it, but I'm guessing not. If I'm not making steel, why bother? I don't necessarily need the iron anvil, but really? There's red clay this close? Okay. It's like I'm in my own backyard. Cool. Yeah, I don't necessarily need an iron anvil, but meteoric iron, I'll probably want iron tools, obviously, for like, and then meteoric iron weapons, because they're slightly better than regular iron. But that isn't to say that I necessarily need an iron anvil. The game owes me some mineral luck for the copper struggle. Yeah. Okay, there goes the knife. And I just want to be prepared. I suspect that the trip to find lime is going to be arduous. And that's why I wanted the more bag space, and so that I can carry more stuff with me. Did I use up all my sticks? I suppose I did. I mean, I know I have sticks in the box down there, but just sticks that are on me. So I'm going to want... I want to be prepared for it so that I don't die somewhere far away from home. Thank you for tuning in to Vintage Story Primitive Survival, which originally streamed live on Twitch. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, fellow survivors.